Hi friends, welcome to Backyard Homestead. Today we're going to make, well it's actually night, we're going to make an Easter cake and a Jello cheesecake that's a no-bake, but not like the Jello brand no-bake one. We're going to make it from scratch, and it just has Jello in it. Okay, kind of like the keto dessert I made the other day, but in a cheesecake in a spring form pan with a crust, and this one's not sugar-free. And we're going to make regular cheesecake and then strawberry and a berry blue or something. Anyway, so the cake is a chocolate cake with chocolate malted milk frosting, and then it's a buttercream, and then little robin eggs on top. Or if you don't have those, you can crush up Whoppers, malted milk balls. All right, so let's get busy. Got our KitchenAid mixer here. And we're going to start, actually I'm going to start by greasing the pans. And I only have two 9-inch pans, so it's going to be like a pretty big cake. Yeah, these are nine inches. But you know what? It just cooks faster, like 24 minutes. And I've cut some parchment for the bottom. And when I cut, it's not straight by any means, but I cut little flaps so you can just pull your cake right out. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So for this recipe, we're going to need, for the cake, 2 cups of sugar, 1 1/3 cup of flour, 3/4 cups of cocoa, unsweetened, 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons baking soda, a teaspoon of salt, 3 eggs, 3/4 cup whole milk, and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons vanilla, and 3/4 cup very hot water or hot coffee. I'm just going to use water. Okay, and then we grease the cake pans with Crisco, lined them with parchment. So now we're ready to get started on the cake. 2 cups of sugar. Not sure if you can see or not, but I'm using an organic cane sugar. You don't have to. I just think I try to use the best ingredients when I'm baking now. Anyways, there's 1 cup. Now after the Guinness chocolate cake, I'm hoping that I can top that one because everyone in the family loves that one. My whole family. So this cake's going to my sister's house tomorrow, and so it's got to be really good because they are judgy. Okay, 1 3/4 of flour. And again, let's move this over a little. Big old beast. I'm using a all-purpose organic unbleached flour. I'm going to fluff it up. We're going to do 1. So there's our 1. 1/4 measure. And do it 3 times. I've got some organic fair trade baking cocoa. And again, we're going to have to use 3 of these 1/4 cups, which is not easy to do. I need to put this in a jar, make it easier on me here. Because the last cake, I mean, I had this stuff everywhere, and it does not come off your clothes very easy. A chocolatey mess already. I need 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda and 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Actually, so there's a 3/4 teaspoon on here. So 2 of those will be 1.5. So, all right, that's 1.5. Whoops, I got it upside down. There's my little scrapey deal. All right, 1.5. And then we're going to need a little dash of salt, a teaspoon of salt. And I forgot to get the milk out of the fridge. Well, I guess this one's a half. So let this run, get hot for a minute. Okay, that looks incorporated well. We're going to add the eggs one at a time. We're heating the water up. I gotta say, what a joy it is having chickens. I didn't think I would enjoy them this much. But not only do they give you eggs, they're funny characters. Okay, we're gonna add the milk, the oil, the vanilla. Okay, that is hot. So it was... Oh wait, it doesn't say to add the hot water to... Oh, the milk, oil, and vanilla first. Okay. Let me turn it way down then. I don't want to waste water. Just want it to stay hot. Okay, so let's do the 3/4 of a cup of milk, which is 12 ounces, or I mean, sorry, 6 ounces. Okay, 3/4 of a cup. It says this will be a runny batter, very thin. So we're just going to let it keep mixing while we're doing our thing. The water's nice and hot. Half a cup of oil. And I am going to use vegetable for this one. For the Guinness cake, I used avocado. But I'm going to go with this. I got the Kirkland vegetable oil. Okay, now we need our 3/4 cup of very warm milk. Or hot water, sorry. It says it'll be a very runny batter. Need to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And man, I better get making vanilla or I'm going to be using some store-bought. I've got the beans, I just need to get the vodka. And I like very rarely buy liquor. I mean, my husband drinks beer, but he doesn't really drink liquor that much either. Last liquor I bought was the Irish cream for the frosting. Every once in a while I'll buy like Grey Goose vodka for me to drink with cranberry. But I'm not gonna make vanilla out of that. It's pretty pricey. Okay, all done with that. And that's our batter. How easy was that? See, you don't need a cake mix. Make sure I got everything. Sugar, flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, baking powder, salt. Did we do the salt? Yes. Eggs, whole milk, vegetable oil, vanilla, and hot water. Okay. All right, I need to preheat the oven. I forgot about that. For the cheesecake, we're going to use powdered sugar. That's good. And I can't wait to try the frosting with malted milk powder. OMG. That's going to be so delicious. Okay, I've got our cake pans. All right, it is a very runny batter like it says. We're going to hope it bakes into a beautiful cake. Okay, let's see how it's looking. This one needs some more. Wow, it's really runny. Go ahead and put more in this one. All right. When I did the Guinness cake, these big old 9-inchers only took about 24 minutes. So into the oven for about 24 to 28 minutes, and we'll be back. We're going to make a graham cracker crust. We've got 3 little packets. We're going to crush those up. We're going to add 6 tablespoons of melted butter and 1/4 of a cup of sugar. I'm going to have to melt the butter in a pan because my microwave died. So the crumbs in my food processor. But you know what? I don't want to get it out and have to plug it in and move it around. So I am just going to crush them in the package. Easy peasy. Something kind of satisfying about crushing them yourself. This should be about 1.5 cups, somewhere around there. Hopefully enough to cover the bottom of this big old sucker. This is a 9-inch. We'll just use this one. You could crush them more if you need to. I think the butter will just soak into all of them and they'll be fine. I might need that again. Just whisk these ingredients together a little. There is some big pieces, so while I'm waiting for the butter to completely melt, I'm going to go ahead and just, oh, they're so dry. I just bought these and they're so dry. There's our springform pan. And I'm going to go ahead and pour it in. These are so dry, we may need a little more. Let's get all that butter. See how much is still in the pan? All right. Oh, it smells amazing. Pour it all into here. Make sure we get all the greasy bits on the bottom. They have all the butter in them. Oh, it smells so good. Something about the butter and graham cracker together. All right. Now, my hands are clean. Let's get them all in over. I'm going to take my little measuring cup. You guys see? And just kind of push in. They're a little dry. All right. Now we're not going to bake this crust. I'm going to do one thing though, is spray it with my avocado oil spray. Just a few little spritz, just to hold it together. It tastes delicious. It just felt a little dry. Like it could have went with a whole stick of butter. I would say do a whole stick of butter next time. Okay, our cakes have only 11. Well, I put them for 25 minutes. So they have 11 and a half minutes. So while they're doing that, while they're cooking the rest away, I'm going to get the mixer back together and get the cream cheese in the mixer. Be right back. All right. We've got 12 ounces of cream cheese, which is 1 block and a half. And we're going to whip it until it's light and fluffy. Or you can buy the whipped cream cheese. I'm going to scrape the sides down. We want it way fluffier than that. I'm going to go ahead and add the vanilla. Two teaspoons. Scrape it again. This wasn't quite room temperature, so it's a little cold still. So it's not fluffing right up. But it will. Okay, I'm going to turn it to low while we add the powdered sugar, because that goes everywhere. Now this is a recipe for the Philadelphia no-bake cheesecake. And this layer is just going to be the cheesecake layer. The other 2 layers are going to be a little different with some Jell-O added in. So we'll probably only use like maybe half the sugar, or maybe not, because we don't want to make it too sweet. And the Jell-O is sweetened already. All right, let's scrape it again. Looks like it's coming out good here. It's finally lightening up a bunch. It's not a very big layer though. Like that's supposed to be enough for a whole pie. Like if you're making a graham cracker crust in one of those smaller pie things. Okay. Let's see if I can get this lemon juice open. I really need to get that thing that covers that. Okay, the fresh lemons I had were looking a little old, so we're going to use the bottled lemon juice. All right. One more time. Scraping. Oh yeah, it's way fluffier now. Look. All right, we'll go ahead and It's good, but it's not very sweet. But we're going to go with it because we're adding whipped topping, which is sweet. If I can get it open. I'm just going to fold that in basically, but in here. You know what? Just so hard to get everything in there. Let's just do it this way. Then we'll mix it a tiny bit and it's done. Now tomorrow, since I don't have a piping bag, and tomorrow I'll just put some fancy whipped cream right before we eat it. Everything's mixed except for what's right in here. And I don't want to over mix it, so let's get that stuff out of there. There we go. I'm just going to kind of fold, make sure everything at the bottom is mixed. Just do a few folds. Let's grab our springform pan with the crust. You guys see? Hopefully you can see it's a little dark in here now. The sun has went down. Oh, that's nice. I didn't think it would be very much, but it is. Once you get it all whipped up and add the Cool Whip. Okay. We're just going to carefully maneuver it over. I don't want to break up the crust. There we go. All right, there's our first layer. Now let's do it again. Now the only difference in this layer is that we're going to, let me get it here, for cream cheese. So start with the half. Get in there. Same ingredients, only we're going to add the Jell-O. So I think I'll start, instead of half a cup of the sugar, I'll just start with 1/4 of a cup of the sugar. And we'll go from there. All right, let's get this whipped. Well, this one's a little bit warmer. Maybe this will go faster. Okay. Just a little bit for a little tartness. I'm not going to do the whole tablespoon. Okay. Adding this real quick. This is just a raspberry Jell-O. I think I'll start off with half because it looks like not a lot of cheesecake stuff. It's very pink, isn't it? We still got to add the whipped cream though, remember? So that's why I'm thinking it won't need the whole thing. And I can use the other half for something else. Same thing, probably. The raspberry flavor is good. I'm going to add more sugar. Just about that much. So you do need the whole amount. Because, you know, the Jell-O makes it like a little bitter. Okay. All right. Now I've got a 16 ounce of whipped topping. So we only want to use half of this. And the other half for our berry blue layer. Here we go. That seems about half. Okay. Get all that out of there. So basically, it's a layered, no-bake cheesecake. I think you guys got that already. All right. Here we go. That seems about half. Okay. Get all that out of there. Good job, buddy. Move it. Move it. All right. This is done for sure. Look at how pretty that pink is. Exciting. That's a pretty pastel pink. No. Come on. All right, let's take this off because we're going to have to rinse it. Oh, man. That's good. I'm glad I didn't put the whole thing. All right. I think we've got it all. Maybe not. There's a little clump there. Okay. I like this. It's like so light and fluffy. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There. All right. Let's try to get all this off, this top part, and even it out. We got just enough room for the blue layer. There. You know what? It's a little lower right here. There we go. Want it to be even. Then we'll put the rest of this in a bowl. All right. There's our second layer. Set it over there. Let me grab a bowl to put these in. Round 3. I'm going to grab the, let's raise you guys up a little so you can see what's going on. Move these paper towels. Okay. Let me get all this trash out of here. Another block and a half of cream cheese. Okay. All right, let's give that a little whip. Now we're going to add a berry blue jello. Or maybe half again, we'll see. That's a pretty blue. Let's see. That's about half. I think it needs a little more. I'm going to do it all. Look at that blue. All right, and grab our cheesecake. Look at her. Looking full, huh? Yummy. All right, let's get that off. Now I gotta taste it. Okay, let's get it off. I'm gonna scrape all the sides down and then do a few folds. I see some stuff on the bottom. See how it's swirled? Not all the way mixed. Oh my, this is a pretty blue. Oh my. Hopefully you guys can see it. Wowzers. It's pretty. Let's turn it a little. I want to try to hide all that pink. That's probably too much. Whoops. Sorry. I hit the camera. A no-bake cheesecake. So it's basically vanilla with a little lemon and raspberry and then berry blue. Let's wipe the edges. Look at that baby. All right, into the fridge overnight. And then right before we eat it, I'll just take the whipped cream in a can and make some cute little puffs on it just to make it look better. But there it is. Okay, now we're going to frost the cake tomorrow and finish up the video then. So we'll be back. It's the morning and we're going to get this frosting made for our cake. Let me raise you guys up a little for a minute. Okay, it starts off with a quarter of a cup of heavy cream over the measuring cup. Okay, quarter cup is good enough. Quarter of a cup of heavy cream. and 3/4 of a cup of malted milk powder. They put the sticker. This was delivery, but they put the sticker in the way. But you can get this, I think where the powdered milk is, there, malted milk powder. And this is what you make chocolate malts and stuff with, if you've never used it before. Oh, the puppy's in full-on terrorizer mode this morning. She just had her breakfast and she is good to go. And she is terrorizing. I don't know what she's got. Let's see. You got your dad's slipper? You're funny. Oh my God. Hi, you little terrorizer. Okay. So, a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I don't think you can see. So, put down more. And 3/4 of a cup of malt powder. So we're just going to spoon it in to this 1/4 cup. We'll do it 3 times. I guess it's like malt powder is like barley and wheat. I'm not sure. It makes stuff good though. I mean, I think it comes from malt, like almost like a beer malt. I'm not sure. But I know if you like Whoppers or the mini Whopper eggs, the Robin eggs, those are malted milk powder. Malted milk balls. Of course, this has no sugar. Let me taste it. Yeah, it doesn't really have sugar. Okay, it says it'll be a thick paste. It is very thick. I don't know how it's all gonna. Probably be better to use a spoon. Look, I got it everywhere. Just like the cocoa powder. Of course, I've got to make a big mess. Okay, then. It's sticky. Might have to add a little more to make this paste. Oh, here we go. Okay. Wow, it is a thick paste. Okay. Microphone's on. Let me clean this up. It's so sticky. It must have sugar. It is like sticking to me. There we go. I don't think we need a 1/4 of a cup anymore, but if we do, we'll wash it out. The puppy is full on terrorizing stuff. She's got my husband's slipper. She is so funny. I could have the whole living room clean, and she'll just go find stuff to tear out of everywhere. And done. And then I still got to make some coleslaw this morning, which will only take a minute. So we're cup of butter. Whip it up. And get my spatula to push it all down again. And this butter's been out overnight, but it's a little bit cold in the kitchen this morning. After the rain yesterday, got a light brushing of snow on the mountains. We didn't get snow here, but on the mountains up there, which isn't too far away. But when I opened my back door, I could see the light brushing of snow on the mountains. Looks awesome. But here in the desert of California, we don't get rain that often, or snow. Sorry. We used to not get rain that often too, but now it rains like crazy. Okay. We add 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. Let's try not to make a disastrous mess with this stuff. Man, does it make a mess. And it doesn't come off of anything. That was a teeny bit less, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay. And I've used almost this whole bag. I used some for the Guinness cake too. Let's let that mix a little. Now it's starting to look chocolatey. Now we push it all down again. I think this is the most pain in the butt part. Pushing it all down. Now it says to add 1 cup of the powdered sugar. It takes 3.5 to 4. So 1 cup of powdered sugar. Boy, I already need to refill this thing. Good thing I bought 2. What a mess already. It's already all over. I'm going to wipe this off. Okay. Be careful if you're sticking this thing in there when it's going. I don't advise it. Okay, now it says to add the sticky gooey malt stuff, which is definitely a thick paste. It's weird. I don't know why we didn't just add it as a powder and then add the heavy cream, but this is how it says to do it. So we're doing it this way. And then more sugar. Oh wow, it's turning a light milk chocolate color. Let's add a splash of vanilla. If I don't get more vanilla, I mean, it takes weeks to... I'm down to the bottom. I have a bottle of store-bought, but it's like probably half empty. Okay, one more scraping. Well, I'm sure we'll do more scrapings. Seems like a lot of the chocolate is stuck to the side of the bowl here. Okay. It's looking more whipped and more frosting, more like frosting. All right, I can't wait to try it. I hope it tastes like a chocolate malt. More sugar, like it says, to add 2 to 3 more cups. So there's a half. I think we'll go with 2 and then see how it goes. It's a little less than a half. It's like all at the bottom here. There we go. Okay, so there's 2 more. Look at the lid. Oh my god, it's so gross. Okay. Boy, does some baking make a mess. Looking a bit like it needs a drop of heavy cream or something. I think I might. This is a very sticky, like gooey frosting. Let's hope it tastes good. I haven't tasted it yet. I hope it tastes like a chocolate malt, or I'm adding more malt powder. We did add 3/4 of a cup. All right. Lock it. Let me give it a taste. Mmm. Oh, that's good. Mmm. It does taste kind of malty. I don't know. I kind of want to add more. I'm going to add a little more. Okay, friends, I'm deviating from the recipe. I just think it needs a little bit more. Give it more. Oh, this is the worst lid ever. Give it more malt flavor. And a tiny bit more of heavy cream. It's like the bottom of the thing here. All right. Now we're going to do one more scrape. Let me take a taste. Oh my God. Yeah, now it's really malty. A little more sugar. These aren't exactly half cups. We'll scrape in a minute and get all the sugar first. It's definitely light and fluffy, so it's good. Hopefully it makes enough to frost this cake. It doesn't seem like a lot, and it's a big cake. Okay, one more scrape. Get all of it scraped. It's weird, some of the chocolate wants to stick to the sides. That's some sticky cocoa powder. The puppy and her little snorts. Oh my God. If you've ever had a Shih Tzu, you know they snort. And the puppy, she just does these cute little snorts. They're so adorable. All right, good enough. Get out of there. Okay. Let me take a taste here. Okay, I'm going to go with a little more sugar. We're like, need to refill this thing. It is on the empty. It's not very hard to mess up frosting. Okay, scrape it down. Man, is it sticky. The sides of this bowl, they're going to have to soak in some hot water. Okay, one more whip, and then I believe we are done. I'm going to go ahead and put all this in the sink. Try to get this cleaned up a little. Get my trash. I'll keep that for the spoon. Oh my God. The puppy has got a whole box. She's carrying a box around. Oh, this stuff's so sticky. Okay, I'm going to make room for the cakes here. And you guys, put my half and half and whipped cream away. I think we're good here. We are good. Look at that. Looks delicious. Oh yeah, look, it's light and fluffy. Malted milk chocolate frosting. Yummy. Okay, I'm going to set that. Let me put this stuff away. There we go. Okay. Flashing. See what I love about these little flaps? I don't know if, well, I think it'll fit. All right, then I guess we're going with it. I need to get a nice fancy cake pan, cake stand. I did have a glass one. I haven't used it in years. You know, usually when I want to make a cake, I make a rectangle one. But now I've been making more of these nicer cakes, so. Okay. Let's spoon it on. It's light and fluffy. Can you guys see the cake? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use my spatula and just spread it around. I want it to be fairly thick in here, so maybe we'll get a little more. I don't want to use it all in the middle, but I want to have a good amount. Some people would rather have more frosting in the middle than on top. Okay. All right, we got a good amount here. Okay. Let's get our other piece out. We're going to put it face down. Yeah, I guess this plate's big enough. The big one might have been better, but we're going with it. Just going to scrape it off of this one. Or taste it. Okay. Do the sides. I'm not doing the sides too thick because I want to have enough for the top too. So. All right. Almost all the way around. Boy, the dogs love to bark in the morning, I'll tell you. Okay. I'm just going to go back and get any spots that look sparse. Right there. It's looking good. My husband's going to like this one, I think. He likes chocolate, and so he didn't say, he thought the malt powder was weird. But I'm like, why is it weird? It's a chocolate malt in a cake. Like, how is that weird? And this frosting is thick. Look at it. Oh, yum. There's a lot of frosting, too. Let me get this edge here. Get up there. Okay. Oh, boy. I am so excited for this cake. It looks like a masterpiece. Got plenty of frosting, which is good because I am piling it on. Piling it on thick, friends. We'll a spot here that shows. So I'm just going around, and wherever I can see still parts of the cake, add more. Like right here, needs some more. It really loves to stick to the bowl. It's weird. Okay. Oh no. Got it in my coffee cup. Let's move that. Wait, oh, you almost got stepped on, pup. What are you doing? What are you doing, pup? All right, look at that. I think it's pretty covered. And we pretty much used it all. I mean, there's some in there you could scrape out, but pretty much used it all. Okay. Looks beautiful. There's a little spot right here. Better touch it up. Okay. Try not to touch anything. All right, there's our light and fluffy chocolate malt frosting. Oh my God. I had to give it one more taste. It's really good. I'm glad I added the extra malt powder. Okay, let's get our decorations. Now I bought some chocolate covered peeps and regular peeps because I was going to make this buttercream or this marshmallow frosting cake with peeps on top, but I decided not to. So watch out, pup. Move it. So we're just going to decorate this with peeps. And then I got the little Whopper robin eggs. Minis. These are going on the top. Now you could crush them, but they're pretty small. Well, should we crush them? I think they're kind of cute how they are. Just random. And one box is plenty. I bought two, but I think one's plenty. I'll give the other box to my little nieces. These are like a favorite candy of mine. And the Reese's Pieces eggs. Let's get some more color over in here. Well, there's a lot of blue ones and not a yellow. Not a lot of yellow and pink. Uh-oh. I dropped one. I don't think I'll put peeps on top. Just around the outside. Okay. You got some peeps that are dipped in chocolate. I think I'm just going to put them like that. Like that. Oh, there we go. Like that. They're going to stay? I sure hope so. And maybe right there. We're just putting them randomly. You only get 3 in a package. Now we can go in with the regular ones. It's got lots of peeps on it. Now this is totally for decorating. You don't have to do it. There we go. One left for me. Okay, I've had enough sugar this morning. There's our beautiful Easter cake. Oh, it's heavy too. I should have chopped the malted milk balls. I don't know. I think it's okay. I'm going to get a picture of them. Let me go grab the Jell-O no-bake cheesecake pie. Just for looks. Yeah. Good enough. I'm debating whether to add them to the pie or not. No, I don't think I will. I like it how it is. Okay. Move some of this stuff. All right, I'm going to release this because I want to get a picture of the side, but I'm also scared. Oh yeah, no. Maybe. Well, you know what? I don't want to ruin it before I take it to my sister, so I'm just going to put it back in. Let's take a picture. All right, there's our close-up of it. So I'm going to have to go around this with a knife and then try to carefully open it. And I don't want to do that till I get to my sister's. So, thank you for watching. Hope you like this. And please like and subscribe. Have a great Easter.